Hey, what's up guys? My name is Isaac, and in this video I'm gonna be giving you 5 habits that changed my life in my 20s. So let's dive right in. So the benefits of having good habits at the start of your day are because they set you off in the right foot in order to have the best and most productive day possible. The reason I do these 5 habits are generally just because they have helped me in the past achieve a better person of myself and actually becoming a better person, either through my career or through my personal life, my family, or my relationships, whatever. They have helped me. So that's why I picked up these 5 habits that I'm gonna be giving you in this video in order for you to get the best out of it too. So let's get right into the video. The first thing that I like to do every single morning is the habit of working out. The benefits of working out every single morning is because you start to get an energy boost from the beginning of the day. Me as personally, I am a barber and I actually work around 12 to 14 hours, maybe 16 hours every single day. So I like to keep myself in a place of high frequency energy. The reason why I do that is because I already know that I'm gonna have a super stressful day because I'm gonna be working a lot. And trust me, after 8 hours, it starts to get stressful and tiring. I actually like to keep myself in a high frequency energy mode or level because I am already mentally preparing for myself to have a hard day and a long day at work. And the reason why I like to work out every single morning is because it not only gives you a super positive start of the day, it actually gives me more energy and it keeps me energized for the entire day rather than if I work out at night. Because if I work out at night, I feel like I don't even put the same pressure and the same effort as to working out in the morning. Because when you work out at night, you're already tired, and meaning that if you're already tired because of all the stress at work, you're not even gonna put your 100% towards the gym, or basically you're not doing anything. So I do like to wake up an hour earlier and start my day off with the right foot and actually hitting the gym. I do want to say that sometimes it varies. Sometimes I do 30 minutes, sometimes I do an hour, but I also like to keep the habit of going to the gym. That doesn't only keeps me healthier and gives me more energy, but it also keeps me in a high frequency state of mind that actually sets me off for the rest of the day. So that's habit number 1. And the second habit that I do every single morning is the habit of reading. And I know I'm gonna have a lot of controversy about this topic, but that's the truth. Every time I get out of bed, I go to the gym, I come shower, and then I pick up a book. I pick up a book and I read it for a few pages. And after reading for a few pages, I'm gonna get interested into it, and then it becomes into a chapter. And it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes of my day to actually read a whole chapter of a book that is gonna help me. So the books I like to read are self-development books or business books that they interest me and keeps me focused and reading. Because as many of you guys, everybody wants to be successful, everybody wants to achieve greatness, and everybody wants the best of everything. And I am a true believer that if you're feeding your brain with positive and motivational and inspiring things, such as books of people that have already made it, or self-development books that help you become a better person and a better human, I do believe in the fact of putting 1% every single day in order to become a better person in the next year or two. So that's the habit of reading. I do love to read in the mornings because at night I just get tired and I kind of want to go to bed. But in the morning, it kind of sets the day off with the right foot in order to have a feeling of productiveness from the get-go in the morning. So that's the habit number 2, the habit of reading. The third habit that I want to talk about is the habit of planning out your day. And I actually have little things like this, and I actually like to plan out my day on my phone, or sometimes I like to write it down. Or I also have a whiteboard right in front of my door when I come out of the house, where are the things that I have to get done for the day, and it kind of gives me a productive feeling that I'm getting the best out of that day. It doesn't matter if I have to work that day or if I'm on a day off. I always like to write down at least 3 to 5 things that I have to get done. It doesn't matter if it's for my personal life or for my career or for anything in general. I always try to have 3 to 5 different key points that I have to get done in order to feel that I didn't waste it that day. And that also helps you organize your priorities as far as to what needs to get done first thing in the morning and what needs to get done later, meaning that the things that you have to do throughout the day are basically gonna be separated into the categories of what's most important and what's not that important. I always like to have 3 to 5 different to-do lists in order for me to achieve better things, and this habit keeps me organized. It keeps me prioritizing everything the way I should, and it kind of gets me out of the bad energy of having a stress of things that I forgot to do, or I didn't do them, or I didn't found the time to do them. I believe that this is a good habit that has helped me become a better person because now I'm feeling more organized and I get more things done. So that's the habit of planning out your day. And trust me, if you pick up this habit, you're gonna become a more organized person in the next 3 months. And this is gonna set you off for a good start off. So that's the third habit. The number 4 habit that I do every single day, this is gonna sound crazy, but I always love to drink coffee. I always like to have coffee in the mornings because I always prioritize how much I make. As many of you guys know, I am a barber and I always have my agenda of how many clients I have. And I always count how many clients I have for that day. And I do the math of how much I'm gonna make. And I always decide to round it up. And meaning that I always like to give a 1% extra work in order to achieve more. I just look at my calendar, I look at my agenda, how many clients I have, and I kind of do the math of how much money I'm gonna make for that day. And I always like to add another $100 or $200, sometimes $300. Like let's say that if I have a certain number of people for the day, I'm gonna give myself the challenge of adding another number up to that list. And that only helps me get motivated in order to make more money. I'm not trying to sound cocky, it's just a matter of self-motivation. I always like to keep myself motivated, and I like to see how much money I make every single day, and I always try to a little bit more extra in order for me to become more satisfied. And I know that this is not a good topic that I should be talking about. I don't know if it's good or not. I'm just giving you the habits that I do every single morning, and this is one of the habits that I always like to do the math of how much money I'm gonna make, and I always like to add a few numbers more in order for me to have satisfied and grateful. And don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful of everything that I've done, but I don't mean this in a very negative way or in a cocky way as possible. It's just a matter of helping you guys become more motivated. If whatever it is you do, it doesn't matter if you're a barber or if you're not a, or if you do anything like you're a dentist or you're a doctor or you're a business owner or whatever it is you do. My example for you is to always give another 10% extra more in order to become more satisfied. I don't know how it would work in another industries, but let's say that you are a dentist and you have the 5 number of clients, and just try to aim for 6, try to aim for 7. And trust me, yes, it's gonna take more work, but at the end of the day, it's gonna help you feel more productive and more satisfied because you gave a 1% more extra for that day. And that's what I do. I think this is the best way possible that I can put it. Let's say that you are a business owner, and I don't know if it's only me, but I always do the math on everything. I always try to count everything. Let's say that you are working at a grocery store and you always like tend to do 7 to 8 hours. Try for the next time, if you're gonna work 7 to 8 hours, try to aim for 9 to 10 hours. And yes, it's gonna become into overtime. It's gonna get you more tired. It's gonna feel like you're working harder because you are, but it's gonna set you off for better in the long term. And if you do this every single day for the next 365 days of the year, in the next year, you're gonna become a better person. Okay, and on the last habit that I want to talk about, it's not something usual. I actually haven't seen this. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this habit, but I don't know why it's not important to put it up there. And this is the habit of visualization, meaning that there is a time in the morning where I just give myself 5 to 10 minutes and start visualizing my dreams and my outcomes. Try to practice visualization rituals in the morning. Take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day to start visualizing your desired outcomes and goals for the year and see if you're in the right track to achieving them. Take 5 to 10 minutes to realize what you are about to do the whole day. How does that contribute to what you wrote down at the beginning of the year? Meaning, what were your purposes for the year? What were your goals? And I always try to give myself 5 to 10 minutes and it's usually just while I'm drinking my coffee. And I just stare out of the window and I start to think, how is this what I'm gonna do? It's gonna help me achieve what I said I was going to achieve. What were my goals? And how does what I'm gonna do this whole day is gonna have to do anything with what I said I was gonna do this year? And that just kind of keeps me on the right track as far as not going towards the sideline. And this only helps me still moving on the right track of the road. And it gives me momentum in order to start realizing and getting fed up by everything that I have to do and what I have to get done. And it's just a ritual of me just having me time and start thinking about my next plan, about what I'm gonna do. Like let's say, for example, I'm a barber and I have plenty of goals for this year, and many of those I have already achieved them, but I actually have to start thinking about what's next. What am I gonna do next? Okay, once I do this, how am I gonna get to that? Or once I do this, how I'm gonna do that? Things like that, you know? And spending a few moments visualizing your desired outcomes and achievements for the year, it's what keeps you inspired and motivated in order to become a better person, and having a clear set mind of what you have to accomplish and how is what you're gonna do help you accomplish. What were your goals and how are you working every day to achieve them? I like to sit down for 5 to 10 minutes while I'm drinking my coffee and visualize what I have to work on every single day in order to achieve my goals, and this just helps me keep on track. So yes, those were my 5 habits, and for the people that stick around until the end of the video, I'm gonna give you one more habit, and I'm not gonna talk about this habit a lot because I think there's nothing to talk about, and this is the habit of being grateful. Gratification. Not a lot of people talk about this, and I think this is a topic that needs to be talked. And gratification is being grateful for what you have every single morning. I know that some people just get fed up on the process of becoming financially secure, of achieving greatness, of whatever it is that you're working towards to. A lot of people just focus on the end goal, doesn't even focus on the gratitude that comes with it. A lot of people just don't realize how much they have already achieved, and they don't get to be grateful for that because they have already been blessed. An example, the perfect example for that is just myself, including myself. Sometimes I just get so fed up on the purpose of what I'm doing, on my life goals, on my goals, and everything in general. I always be focusing on the end goal, and I never get to focus on realizing how much I have already achieved and to remember to be grateful for that. And that's some of the things that I feel like I was lacking for the past few years, but from a couple of months later on, I started to feel like I have to be grateful, and either late at night or early in the morning, I have to give thanks for everything that I have done and everything, and I have been able to do it because you have to realize I am in a healthy shape. I might not be the millionaire that I want to be one day. I might not have as many businesses as I like to have yet. I might not be the best person that I want to be in the next 20 years, but in the process, I would like to be grateful for what I have already achieved because I'm in a better place. And this is just in general. I bet you that you're in a better place than in the place that you used to be 3 years ago when you were begging to be on your position that you are right now today. You're so focused on the end goal on the other side of the road that you stop realizing that what you achieved is something that you never even imagined of. And I believe that this is something that needs to be talked about, and the ritual of gratification, giving gratitude for everything that you have done and everything that you have been given, because if you have 2 hands, 2 legs, and a brain, and you're healthy, you are already winning. And this only gives you a better positive vibe for the day because it actually helps you realize that what you have is already enough in order to achieve more. And yes, you can achieve more, but never forget to be grateful for what you have already accomplished and what you already have. So yeah, those were the 5 habits that I wanted to talk in this video. I hope you guys like this video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be posting more content about self-development and my career as well, and my personal life as well. So please don't forget to subscribe and push the notification button down below. I love to see you in the next video. Goodbye.